Back in the summer of 2022, a young female rapper by the name of Ice Spice had just released her breakout hit song, Munch, that instantly took over the summer. Her song was a hit on the TikTok platform, with thousands that quickly turned to millions of people making videos using the song.
Hey, you know what's funny about this song? I've never heard this song, fam. And I know that must be like really weird to a lot of you lot, but I've never listened to any of Ice Spice's song, or maybe I've heard it but didn't even know who it was. But anyway.
The internet was obsessed with the song and the rapper, who seemingly came out of nowhere. Soon after the success of Munch, Ice Spice was everywhere, and everyone in the industry had her name in their mouth.
And another thing about this Ice Spice girl, I mean, like, she's a light-skinned, mixed-race chick, you know. I mean, she was always going to be, like, well, she was always going to have an advantage just because of how she looked. Like, you know, in the industry, they really do go for, like, lighter-skinned women. Like, I'll just be honest about that.
This is when Ice Spice went from a viral sensation to an industry upcomer, and in pictures with the top artists in the game, even doing TikToks with the Kardashians. Even Nicki Minaj, who's considered the queen of rap, recently called her the princess of the rap game. Overnight, Ice Spice became one of the most talked about artists in the industry. But how? And where exactly did she come from?
And literally, she came out of nowhere. She literally was an overnight, like, megastar. Like, literally, I'd never heard of this girl, this Ice Spice, then all of a sudden she was everywhere.
Was it just the stroke of luck that took her song to the next level, or is there more to the story? If we listen to the story being told about Ice Spice's rise in the industry, her career took off organically, but I am not so sure about that. After doing some research on Ice Spice, I quickly noticed that she, like many other female rappers, is nothing more than an industry plant who for whatever reason was chosen and awarded a career. Nothing about Ice Spice's rise was organic, and she has had help since the very beginning of her music career. Ice Spice was born January 1st, 2000 in the Bronx, being raised in the Fordham Road section. Looking into Ice Spice, it appears that she was into hip-hop but wasn't really making songs until 2022. Ice Spice named Nicki Minaj her role model and said that she started to rap because of her. Ice Spice also claims that she was writing some rhymes in her iPhone notes, but other than that, she wasn't recording songs at that point. She didn't even start rapping seriously until she left college the same year her career took off. The reason Ice Spice even started to rap to begin with was because of a producer by the name of Riot USA, who was attending the same school as Ice Spice at the time and encouraged her to start making music. When they met, he started working with Ice Spice, creating her first song ever, Bully Freestyle, in 2022. Riot USA essentially made her a successful artist, developing her sound. He would help Ice Spice go viral on Twitter, which helped her song gain some traction on SoundCloud. This led me to the question, how was Riot USA able to do so much while being a college student? What most people don't know is that Riot USA was actually connected to the music industry since birth, as he was the son of the legendary radio DJ, DJ Enough. DJ Enough has worked on Hot 97 since the 90s, and he is also Hot 97's mix show coordinator, meaning he decides what gets played on the radio station.
Wow, so it's all connected. So her friend from college who encouraged her to become a rapper was the son of this DJ that worked for, like, that already worked in the music industry for years and years and years. Like, bro, like, this, you see, this is the thing about the entertainment industry, yeah? It's all connected. People don't just become, you know, huge celebrities out of nowhere, bro. Like, they need somebody to actually give them, you know, that leg up. You know, they need somebody. It's all connected. But anyway.
Riot USA seemed to have signed Ice Spice and used his father's connection to start getting her some attention. This would explain how Ice Spice was able to go from a completely unknown artist who just started rapping to an overnight rap star. It would also explain the rest of her rise. Not long after Ice Spice dropped Munch, she would sign a record deal with 10K Projects, a deal I'm pretty sure Richez USA and DJ Enough had a part in. This is a very important detail, as it would explain how Ice Spice managed to get so many high-profile artists co-signs. See, 10K Projects isn't just any...
Trust me, she was getting co-signed by Nicki Minaj and Drake. Bruh, like, listen, there is lots of talented music artists, rappers, singers, etc. that never get a look in. They never get co-signed by anybody, bro. Like, so you know that she was definitely connected.
any other label. It's the label owned by the son of the most powerful man in the industry, Lucian Grange, who's the head of UMG. 10K Projects is owned by Elliot Grange, whose father literally runs the music industry. This means Ice Spice is signed to the same label as Tekashi 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd, which we're going to talk about more in a bit. This would explain Ice Spice's Drake cosign. 10K Project has access to all these big artists. Who's gonna say no to a favor from Elliot, or especially Lucian Grange, who runs the industry? It seems that 10K Project have gotten the Drizzy cosign before for another one of their artists, Trippie Redd, who signed to 10K Projects before 6ix9ine even did.
Look at this guy with all the crosses on his face, man. Like, bruh.
Some of you might remember that Drake had put Trippie Redd on his song God's Plan, but removed them after Trippie Redd leaked the song at a club before it was out. Drake then removed the Trippie Redd verse, but the cosign had already happened, and Trippie Redd's name was associated with Drake's. Drake played a big role in Ice Spice's song Munch taking off as well, as early on, he played their song on his OVO radio, helping push the song to the next level with the Drizzy cosign.
Like, why would Drake push this no-name Ice Spice that has come out of nowhere? Why would he help her, bro? Like, do you get what I'm saying? You got to really deep this thing. Like these kind of people, these kind of personalities are not in the business of just helping randoms. They're not. It's all connected.
She was also seen pictured with Drake, which stamped her in the industry. This doesn't just happen. It's obvious 10K Projects used his father's industry connections to make these things happen. Then we saw Ice Spice get a Cardi B cosign after she was spotted hanging out with Cardi B at an event.
Wow, just hanging out with Cardi B, just like that.
One of the most questionable cosigns was the Kardashian cosign.
Wow. Bruh, you know, like, bruh. This girl came out of nowhere, right? She came out of absolutely nowhere. Then she got a cosign from Nicki Minaj. She got a cosign from Drake. And then she got a cosign from Cardi B. And then she got a cosign from Kim Kardashian, bro. I mean, bruh, like, you could call me a conspiracy theorist, but, bro, I'm sorry. This sounds sinister, in my opinion. It's very, very sinister. Like, just press 1 in the chat if you agree, if this sounds very, very spooky to you. But anyway.
Something that is very rare for a new rapper to get. This is when I knew Ice Spice was their new chosen one. A few weeks back, Ice Spice appeared on a TikTok with Kanye and Kim's daughter, Northwest, doing the viral TikTok dance to Ice Spice's hit song, Boy's a Liar. Wow. Northwest then posted herself dressed like Ice Spice, pretending to be her. This was the ultimate cosign, introducing Ice Spice to the Kardashian mega fan base.
That's literally, that getting that cosign is literally, boom, you're rich now, you're in the megastar club. You're literally in the megastar club. That's like, imagine me, yeah, that being at Kim Kardashian's house, just doing, I don't know, some mad viral TikTok dance or whatever, bro, I'd be instantly like a megastar, like literally instantly like that, fam, bruh. And just know, all these industry people, they worship Baphomet. Yeah, a lot of these industry people do not worship God. They worship Molech. They worship Baal. They worship the Baphomet, bro. Yeah. So just know this thing, bro. Like, all you lot that want to be, I want to be a rapper, I want to be a singer, I want to be in the industry, I want to be this mega star and everybody knows me, bro. Just know you're going to end up selling your soul to get there. But anyway.
These are not random moments. This is a well-constructed plan that was put together by 10K Projects for her success. 10K Projects is using all of their resources possible to make Ice Spice a big artist. Only a big label like 10K Projects will have the pull to make something like this happen. The Kardashians wouldn't just interact with an artist like Ice Spice if there wasn't an alternative purpose. Exactly. The fact that Nicki called Ice Spice the princess of rap lets you know that it appears Ice Spice took the same oath as the rest of these artists.
Think about it. Nicki Minaj didn't even really co-sign Cardi B like that. Think about it. And then this girl came out and then Nicki Minaj called her the princess of rap. Bruh, come on, bro. Come on.
We remember Rihanna was called the Princess of the Illuminati in her music video for S&M, openly showing that Rihanna was chosen to be the next megastar. This is exactly what I believe is going on with Ice Spice. She is chosen to be the next big star in the industry. It's easy to see that Ice Spice has been chosen for this. She is doing whatever she is told to succeed. She is just a puppet, and sadly, being used for the same destructive agenda as the other female.
Look at that album cover, bro. Look at this album cover. Just promoting promiscuity. This agenda to basically brainwash like young girls into just being 304s. Just to brainwash young girls into just being for the streets. Right? And is very destructive. A lot of you guys out there that have daughters, you need to be really careful and be very mindful of the kind of media your daughter is consuming, because there's a lot of bad influences out there. But anyway,
Female rappers in the industry. Ice Spice objectifies herself, selling her beauty just like she is selling her records. She makes herself a product alongside of her music. Her songs are about sleeping around and using men for money, the same toxic gimmick that's guiding so many women to a burning end.
Yeah, look at them. That's what this image right here, this image on the screen right here says it all. All of it is about get the bag, using men. Men are just disposable cash machines, just sell sex, and that's it, bro. Like, destructive, you know, there's nothing about family, there's nothing about having any good morals. It's just do what you have to do to get the bag. Yeah, and men are to be used, but at the same time over hypersexualize yourself and sell sex as the only thing you have going on. Like, bro, like, it's, and then it's so weird, because then a lot of times modern women will come out and say that men over sexualize women, when really and truly it's women that sexualize themselves. It's just a joke.
This agenda teaches women to leverage their beauty and use it to get whatever they want, essentially selling their beauty to the highest bidder.
Yeah, and having no morals. Having no morals, not caring about family, not caring about, you know, actually loving the man that they're with or anything like that. You know, nah, it's not nothing to do with that. It's all about buying expensive bags, shoes, clothes, makeup, hair, and you know, just showing off until what? I don't know. And then hopefully getting a millionaire basketball player, 6'7" guy. That's what it's all about.
An agenda the billionaires that run this world created and use for their personal fun. They have convinced women to sell their beauty for money, painting it as acceptable. Ice Spice teaches these young girls who want to be Ice Spice to use their beauty to get whatever they want, making themselves objects. A very destructive agenda that has been destroying the morals of our future women.
You see? And that's why the world is the way it is now. That's why guys are giving up on dating and relationships. That's why guys don't want to get married anymore. Yeah, I did the video about why guys don't want to get married anymore the other day. This really highlights what it is. They get these girls just like Ice Spice to push this agenda onto the younger girls who grow up to be women who basically are just not wifey material. They're not wifey material, bro. Like, and the majority of women, they follow the programming. There's always going to be an exception or minority that don't follow the programming, but the vast majority do, unfortunately. Yeah, and the future looks quite dark, bro. But anyway.
A perfect example of Ice Spice's purpose was the TikTok she did with Northwest. We can see just how she's influencing her fans with this TikTok. They know exactly what they were doing when they let the 9-year-old North do a TikTok video with the rapper Ice Spice, whose music is not even appropriate for a 9-year-old.
Exactly. Their target audience, listen, their target audience is young kids, but teenagers, bro. Like people who are not fully mentally mature or developed in the mind. And then they are basically brainwashing them with all these ideas and all of this imagery. That's why they had the young girl dress up as Ice Spice in the TikTok. So now other girls that are looking at that, they're going to want to be like Ice Spice as well. It's very, very like simple. It's a very, very simple strategy. You know, and you know, like Beyonce's getting older, Rihanna's getting older, so now the young girls can't really identify with Beyonce and Rihanna because they're too old. So they had to bring in some younger ones. Yeah, and that's where you get Ice Spice. Now you get Sexyy Red. It's their time to, you know, brainwash the masses of young women. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's what it is.
They always target the minds of the children, and that's what they did with this video. Ice Spice is just another industry plant who took the oath in order to have the world. She was discovered while in college, and they recruited her, turning her into a star. Ice Spice's career took off because she has had industry connections since the beginning, not because of her talent. The industry is rigged. If you're not connected, you're not getting in.
That's what I said earlier. If you're not connected, you're not getting in, bro. You're not getting in. That's it.
This is the dark truth behind the industry. If you don't sign, you won't have the machine behind you. A good example of this is DJ Academics covering her. If you follow DJ Academics, then you might have noticed him talking about Ice Spice often. He posts her on his Instagram and talks about her during his streams. If you go over to his streaming channel, King Academics, then you can find that he has posted several clips from his streams talking about Ice Spice.
I've had a new opinion about Ice Spice. Ice Spice is the girl I told you. It's like either she knows, and by the way, Glorilla is like this too, except I think that's just naturally Glorilla. Ice Spice, her likability is like 2,000,000%. And it's all because...
Yeah, of course she... Yeah, listen, this is the thing with Ice Spice, yeah? Ice Spice is more marketable to more people because of how she looks. She's pushing the agenda, the you know, the typical, you know, get the bag, you know, I'm a bad bee, I get the bag, you know, I'm using men, you know, men are beneath women, you know, the mother goddess, you know, ideology. She's pushing that agenda, but she's fair skinned, she's light skinned, and let's keep it real. The masses of like, you know, non-black people, they prefer to look at lighter skinned people in general. Do you get what I'm saying? They find it easier to consume when they're watching lighter skinned people, whether they be mixed race or non-black. And Ice Spice obviously is very fair skinned, so she appeals to a wider market. And that's it. Like, that's it.
As she just knows not to isolate anybody. She's doing the best job, and I think, by the way, Ice Spice now gains more likes than Nicki Minaj. That's why Nicki's on her. Spice posted.
No, what it is that Nicki Minaj has gotten old. That's what it is. Like Nicki Minaj is on the way out, bro. Like the young teenage girls now, they need somebody to look at that looks like them. Do you get what I'm saying? That they can identify with, like they want to look at somebody that is not too much older than them. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like Ice Spice looks like she could be still in college. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So like, that's why it works with. That's why it currently works more with Ice Spice than it would work with Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or Beyonce.
A picture, 2.6 million likes. By the way, what does these likes mean?
This isn't because Academics loves Ice Spice. I can assure you that isn't the case. We must remember what label Ice Spice is signed to, 10K Projects. The same label that signed 6ix9ine, and the very same label that hired DJ Academics to help with the marketing of 6ix9ine when no one else wanted to do anything with him. In this interview, Academics mentions his Illuminati meeting with Elliot Grange, the owner of 10K Projects, in a restaurant called Delilah.
6ix9ine went from a rapper who was on the brink of being shelved and dropped on a label. It's 10K Projects. Okay. The owner of it is the son of Lucian Grange, the most powerful guy in music. He's who cuts Drake all the 100.
So basically, this 10K Projects is the tall guy right here. He's in charge of 10K Projects, and this guy in the blue suit next to him is his dad, and he's Lucian Grange, and he basically runs the music industry. He basically runs the music industry. So obviously, if you are signed to 10K Projects, you just can't lose. Like, you can't lose. You're in the industry now, bro. Like, other big names are going to push you because you're connected to these two. That's it.
Hundreds of millions of dollars check. He cut the Billy for Birdman. He has an indie label because, you know, You give your son something, let him work it out. They signed Trippie Redd, 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine was not the label favorite. He has a song called Gummo. I like the song. His label owner was like, yo, whenever you're in LA, like, we should, like, you know, catch up for drinks. I always tell this story. I don't know, in 2017, I don't know no label people. So I show up to this place. I always called it the Illuminati Hub. It was everybody in the world that had some importance was in it. I learned later it was called Delilah. But I didn't know that's how LA moves. Like, all these executives, they might compete with each other in daytime, but at nighttime, they all frequenting and partying in the same spots. They talking business. I didn't know about networking like that. So I show up there because I was at Complex Con. I showed up there with like 12 people. I showed up there, everybody's in suits. That's the first time I seen Steve Stout. Apparently, I never seen Ebro after that, but Ebro and Leslie was in the room too. Somebody else from Sony was there. All the important people that you hear about, but you never see. That's why I call it the Illuminati meeting.
Yeah, these are the real bosses of the music industry. It's not who you think. Listen, the people that are really in charge of the music industry, yes, in charge of all your favorite gangster, drill music artists, it's not these guys, these black guys that you see on the screen. They're not in charge, bro. It's the guys behind the scenes in the suits at the meetings. You don't even see those guys. They're the guys that make the most money. They're the guys that make the decisions on what these black guys are going to say in their raps when they talk about drilling the ops.
I couldn't believe that. Wait, all y'all powerful music people be in the same room? So I met with him and I said, man, I was interested why he even wanted me to meet with me. He said, I can see you're a very powerful influence in the culture of media. And whatever you say, you as a person, your platform influences a lot. He wanted my advice. He said, what do you think we should do? I said, first of all, you got to put this song out. YouTube.
This Lucy's grandson.
Yeah, I said, you got to put this
What's
song
his
out.
name?
Official. Elliot Grange.
Elliot Grange.
You know what you need to do? Because I like the song. I never met him, but I try to post some of his like stuff on my Instagram. I suggest to him, I said, yo, I know artists don't like to talk, especially this new generation, but he needs to clarify what people think about him. The advice I left LA giving him is that have him do an interview. They call me back 5-6 days later. Yo, we try to get him an interview with everybody for him to explain his side. Nobody wants to do it. I said, what? It's our song. Nobody wants to touch it with a 10-foot pole. He said, Ak, I know like you already helped us a lot. Is it too much if we ask you to give him it?
As you heard for yourself, Akademiks admits he started working with Elliot Grange and 10K projects to promote 6ix9ine. This explains why Akademiks to this day promotes 6ix9ine and always defends him. He most likely has points in 6ix9ine's contract, or he still gets paid to market him. Ice Spice being signed to 10K means that she has the same access to Akademiks as 6ix9ine did. This is why you can find Akademiks always talking positively about Ice Spice. Akademiks is not slick. He is not organically promoting Ice Spice. He is a part of the machine, just like the other outlets. When the record labels want Akademiks to post something or talk about something, he is going to do it, no questions asked. He isn't a free thinker like he claims, but instead, a puppet doing whatever the industry tells him. Now he is being used to build up Ice Spice's career, and it's working. I bet you that if you pay attention to Akademiks, you will spot him talking only positively about Ice Spice, as he's trying to build up her career like he once did with 6ix9ine. This is the truth on how Ice Spice was able to make it to the top of the industry. It wasn't luck or a viral video.
Oh yeah, there's no luck involved in this, bro. These people are picked. They are picked and then they are promoted and pushed in our faces over and over and over, and then the general public will just accept it.
It was a full marketing campaign from a major record label. So many young girls are being influenced by Ice Spice, not knowing Ice Spice is just another puppet, doing whatever the labels tell her to do. I don't think Ice Spice even truly knows what she's gotten herself into. I am pretty sure soon we will start to see Ice Spice doing the Masonic hand gestures and posing doing the all-seeing eye. She is already around all the people that display they took the oath. If there's any other upcoming artists or female artists you guys want me to look into, let me know below. And
we're going to look into Sexyy Red, my bro. Yeah, we're going to look into Sexyy Red. Hey, big up to Ray Cole for the super chat. He says, big up King Richez. You notice how ordinary these girls look before the industry gets a hold of them. They look terrible now. Yeah, bro, like she looked like a normal chick, bro, to me. Like no shade or anything, but she didn't look like, oh my God, wow. Like she looked like a girl I would see in Stratford. She looked like a girl I would see in Stratford, bro. Like, real talk.